The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
This is going to get contentious, I think. There is a chick in North Carolina, right? She took to TikTok to share a story about what happened. So she is working at her husband's furniture store, like a big warehouse sort of thing. And she was getting some huge big overhead fans put in, and the electrician was in there doing the job, and her husband wasn't there. She helps out sometimes, but Manny does stuff in the office. So she's come out of the office and helped the tradies out a little bit.
Yeah, she moved some furniture around.
And then when she did that, one of the guys was really taken with her and said, "Oh my gosh, I'm really glad that you're my supervisor now." So she goes back into the office, right? And the tradie is still around there doing some jobs. But what happened next is, I think, pretty shocking.
A little while later, the electrician comes into the office because he needs to wash his hands in the bathroom, which just so happens to be in the office. I didn't think too much of it, but then he comes out of the bathroom and he was like, "I just have to tell you that, like, you're gorgeous." He was like, "It broke my heart when they told me out there that you were married. But, like, that doesn't bother me. And if you ever want to hang out sometime, like, let me know. I stuck a note for you in the cushions of a couch out there that we moved." And I was so caught off guard, so I didn't really even say anything. I think I just like, oh, ha, ha, ha. But yeah, I'm married to the guy who's paying you. What?
It's unbelievable.
So he knew that she was married and then still doubled down and said,
Hey,
if you want to
hit on her in her office and then put a note in the couch. The note read, wasn't trying to get you in trouble, but you are absolutely beautiful, even though you're married. If you ever want to just have some fun or anything, I'd love to, with his phone number.
What's his number? Let's call him.
No, I've got that privately for myself. We're catching up on next week. Now, this is my question, right? How many married people out there have been hit on by someone that knows they're married?
I would think heaps.
Shaun, why aren't you wearing your wedding ring?
I took it off in Bali when we were surfing that, but here's the other reason.
That was weeks ago.
This is a true reason, because when I wear it, everyone has a crack at it.
You're right, Shaun. You're right. It's like that's the chip and they're the seagulls.
Thank you, Nathan.
It's got a chip wrapped around his finger.
Without it, nobody ever looks you in the eye.
It's safer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So my thing as well is, say if somebody has hit on you, like you're married and someone's hit on you, then what do? Do you tell your partner? Because you've got to put in the mix how your partner's going to react.
You make a
even
TikTok
though you
and
did
let it go
nothing
viral.
wrong.
But what happens if the person who, getting back to that tradie, what happens if she takes him up and then they run off together and they're happily ever after?
So what if this is her chance?
Or his chance.
His chance. And
He
then
just goes bugger it.
he finds a kink in the armour and realises that,
Yeah. But getting back to your main point, Nath, of if this happens to married people, when we were out together, what was the name of the place?
Paramount.
We were at Paramount for it was a listener function we had at Paramount.
And the Brazilian guy came up to my wife.
He was a staff member, wasn't he?
Staff member.
Yeah.
How about it?
Yeah.
And she said, oh, sorry.
Yes. He was very attractive, I must say.
I know. And anyway, Megan had the best weekend of her life. Megan went to Brazil and she didn't need a passport.
He had no problems at all.
No.
Yeah.
I know.
She said, I don't care if you're married.
Yeah. That's where Megan learned all about Brazil nuts. We want to know if we want to know about the world of being married and somebody hits on you knowing that you're married.
That's right. It's not that they don't know.
No.
It's they know full well and still go, how about it?
We're going to give somebody $300 to spend at the old courthouse in Fremantle, where you can take one of these people that hit on you. Enjoy a traditional Sunday roast every week at the old courthouse in Freo, and they're guaranteed to keep your secret.
And it's a courthouse. You can file your divorce papers while you're there.
It's everything.
All right, married people. Have you been hit on when the person hitting on you fully knows that you're married?
Lauren's in Butler. Hey, Lauren.
Hi there, guys.
Hi, Lauren.
I've got a bit of a reverse story for you.
Yeah.
So I was single and I was hit on by a married man.
Yes.
Who didn't care that he was married.
Oh, really?
So
I can't imagine.
No.
It was awful.
There's a man out there that's done that.
Oh, there's probably lots of them.
Oh,
are you joking?
This is shocking.
Are you saying men are unfaithful? That's insane.
We're very moral people, Lauren.
I've never heard of it. Anyway, keep going, Lauren.
So he was a police officer that I met through work.
Yes.
And he sent his number through my work, didn't give it to me directly, sent it through, to my bosses, and they kind of passed it on down.
Yeah.
We messaged for maybe a week before we could tee up a time to catch up and go for a drink.
You knew he was married, though?
No, so I didn't know any of this at this
Okay,
time. So he's being all lovely, like, I'll take you on a helicopter ride and all this
wow.
stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then I've walked into the pub and he honestly did not give a shit. He's sitting there with his wedding ring on.
Oh, my
No,
God.
so you've said the ring. You've said something about the ring, of course.
So I'm like, what is that on your finger?
Yes.
He's like, oh, don't worry about it. No, it's fine. We're getting separated. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
We're
I was
getting-
like, so I'm going now. Like, this is not
At
okay.
least Sean takes his ring off.
That's so that's
most
how I don't get
people
hit
take
on.
their rings
It's
off,
easy.
right?
Yeah.
He did not care.
Wow.
Wow, how many times has he done that? That seems like
exactly,
a
that's
very,
right.
Yeah,
That's his
blasé
MO.
Pretty full
Yeah.
on. It's pretty full on.
situation.
Not a nice man. Thanks, Lauren. Veronica is in Wanneroo. Hello.
Oh my gosh, hi.
Hi,
Veronica.
What have you got for us?
Hi. I'm going well. This is so exciting.
Oh my God, I'm excited that you're excited. Oh my gosh. All right, Veronica.
okay.
Who got hit on? Was it you or your husband?
So my husband got hit on, but I want to paint the picture for you guys. He's an ex-Thunder from Down Under.
Oh my God! Bring him in here so I can hit on him.
Shut
Does
up.
lightning strike
You
twice?
just rang up to brag,
Are
Veronica.
you kidding me?
It is our claim to fame. So Australia's Manpower, and then they're in Vegas, Thunder
Yeah,
from Down
yeah.
Under.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm in love
American,
with this.
if you couldn't tell.
Yes.
Yeah. So we met over there, but yeah, he's very hot, so that he gets hit on a lot.
Hey, Veronica, did you meet at one of his shows or not?
That would make a better story, but no, we met at the bar after his show.
Oh,
Okay.
my God.
Okay, Veronica.
God, he'd still be
Yeah.
covered in glitter, wouldn't he? All right, keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a plumber. Not as exciting.
Yeah.
But he got called to a job at a massage parlor.
Yeah.
But this massage parlor is known to do extras.
Yes. Yep.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, special handshakes. Yep.
Yeah, so once he was done with the job, the woman at the front stopped him and said, the girls all have a bet going on in the back. They think that your wedding ring is fake.
Oh, that old chestnut, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I like
and
this.
he
Yeah.
said-
Yes.
He
Yeah.
said, no, it's real. I have a wife.
Yeah.
And she said, well, we don't think it's real, and we're going to start breaking some pipes around here if they keep sending you over.
Oh, they want to get their hands on his pipe.
Yeah.
Veronica.
Yeah.
Wait, and he
And,
told you this. How were you about that? You were fine?
I was like, we still got it, babe.
Anyway, he goes there every Thursday to fix the pipes, and it's all good.
But,
you better
yeah,
not.
leaky
But
taps.
can I just say, like, you know straight away without even seeing Veronica that both her and
Yes.
her husband are hot as
Oh, yeah,
shit.
for sure.
You know what I mean? It'll be worse if one of you are
Yes.
getting hit on, the other one's not.
Yes.
That would be the worst.
Yeah.
Veronica, anyway, Sean wants to know the name of that business where they...
It's got a tight shoulder, that's all.
Need some trigger points
I
worked
don't know
out.
what it's called, but I will go down there and show them that his wife is very real.
Yes, yes. As if you'd wear a fake wedding ring. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's real.
And I know that business, Sean. It's called Sandy's Handies.
Thanks for sharing your hot husband with us, Veronica. Nicely
Oh,
done.
my God. Who wants to see Veronica's hot husband? Everyone
yeah, we
raises
all
their
do.
hand.
We all do.
We're going to see if there's many more out there now.
Yes.
13 24 10. We're talking about people that hit on you, even though they know you're married. They don't care.
Shocking. I just tried Ross's wedding ring on. I've got it on now. Look at his little skinny fingers.
Your
They won't
sausage fingers, I
No,
like
excuse me. They're called man knuckles. # man knuckles.
Yeah.
They're not sausage. They're not. I've seen sausage fingers. I don't have them, and they're not sausage fingers.
What
Okay.
are you
That's
saying?
hard to say.
So what are you saying
What are
about
you
Ross's
saying?
fingers?
That is tiny fingers. Ross.
I have nimble hands.
No, they're not nibble. They're children's hands.
They are very small.
They're pumpkin patch hands.
Now put your wedding ring on before somebody hits on you.
Oh, too late.
That's a
Sands on
lure.
your leg.
Let's talk to Elisa in High Wycombe. Hi, Elisa.
Hi, how are you?
Elisa.
Hi, good
Now,
Elisa.
who's the married person who got hit on?
Myself.
Okay, talk us through
Yeah,
it.
right.
What happened?
Yeah, so I was at home and I had this guy that I knew of who was a friend of a friend
Yeah.
across the road, and the friend had since moved out, so he wasn't going to visit him, and he came, knocked on my door and did a little tap and run and went and stood by the letterbox,
Yeah.
and because he thought my husband was home, which
Yes.
he was, sitting in the lounge room.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So then he proceeded to go, oh, can I give you my number? Because then when your husband goes away, then I can come over and come say hi and come see you.
Well, he said a certain word there a lot. Which I think is what he wanted to do.
How brazen.
Especially when the husband's there. Oh, that's some... Okay, a few things we need to know. Was he at all attractive?
No.
Oh, well, there you go.
Don't
Because
worry
you know
about
what? It doesn't matter how happy your marriage is. If they're attractive, you go, oh, you'd have to think about it for a second.
Yeah.
Husband goes away a bit.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, how would this work? Oh, probably not.
Thanks, Elise. Beck's in Sorrento. Hello.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Good.
Beck, are you the married person who got hit on?
I am, and it was a really bizarre scenario. So I actually went to a friend's barbecue. I was really excited. I was going to stay overnight, and there was a whole bunch of people all new people that I'd never met before. I knew the couple.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, everything was fine. We're at the barbecue. You know, they had a nice fire, etc., etc. Everyone had eaten, and at about 10:30, energy in the whole place just kind of changed. You know, when you go, this is something. It's a bit funky.
There's something in the air. There's something in the air. Yeah.
And anyway,
no.
so I had this guy come up to me, and he was also married, and he said, he's like, I just think you're stunning, and, you know, I would love to, basically take you to bed. And I was like, I'm married. And he's like, I know. He said, just hang on a second. And he came back with his wife.
Oh, my God.
And his wife said, we both think that you're absolutely gorgeous.
Yes. I mean,
No.
Beck,
And I was like, oh my God. And then it dawned on me that I was like, I had walked into this environment was obviously a swingers party.
Yes.
And then I found out that my friends had been swingers for like 30 years. I had no
I think they
idea.
should have told you beforehand.
So they invited you to a swinger-esque do, and they didn't tell you what it was? What the people...
No, I had
my
no
God,
idea,
come
like a
on.
deer in headlights.
So your
honestly.
husband wasn't with you, though, at the time?
No, he was away. So I was like,
I was
yeah.
by
She
yourself.
said, shall I bring any sausages? They said, no, we've got a few here.
Like a single girl at a swingers party is apparently like
popular.
a unicorn, like, you know, because it's usually
unicorn.
Yeah,
Sean would say.
it's usually like just old gross couples, aren't they? Is that what swingers parties are? I think?
Were they attractive people?
Look, some of them were really attractive, I've got to
Really?
be honest. But, yeah, some of them were.
I thought these parties were just mainly unattractive people that are together trying to act like they're attractive, knowing they're unattractive.
It's a mix
some
of
of them
all.
probably fell into that category.
Because
Plus
why are the hot ones there?
Well, maybe they just like doing
that's
it
what
with
they're
other
into.
people's
That's what they're
wives.
into.
and
Yeah, but
husbands.
like usually 80% of the other ones aren't hot. So what? The hot ones just go for the hot ones in the corner.
Isn't there
They
that
heard
place
Beck
in
was
Melbourne
gonna be
that's
there.
open?
Well, Beck's there. Of course, Beck's always available.
Remember that place in Melbourne we're reading about?
Well, yeah, it's that swingers club.
Yeah, and they had
that
I
also
reckon they have all those.
like celebrities
Yeah.
go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not all logos.
Anyway, so Beck, how long have you been a member for now?
Needless to say, I wasn't converted, so I took my little overnight bag and came
So
up
the
with
red
it.
flag is sleepover barbecue. I
Oh
think.
my
I think
God, sleepover barbecue.
Approach with caution.
God.
Unless you're into that
I
sort of
know,
thing.
because you'll never know what they're
people go
planning
for
to
it.
do with the sausages.
Exactly.
Some people go for it. $300 to spend at the Old Courthouse in Fremantle. Enjoy a traditional Sunday roast every week at the Old Courthouse in Freo. Veronica was so happy to speak to her.
Oh, yes, with her super hot
Veronica.
husband.
He's a plumber. We're going to get him in.
Yeah, we need a photo
Well,
of your husband before we give you this
That's
prize.
right.
And to be honest, of you, because we know you're both hot of chips, and that makes us sick.
All right, we're out of here.
Bye.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Last night on Channel 10, we got a little bit of a preview of the Inspired Unemployed's Impractical Jokers show. You can stream it on Paramount.
Yeah, all the episodes are up there now. And I have to say, it's one of these cases of the promo did it no justice.
I agree.
Because it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. We've got Matt, a.k.a. Falcon, with us right now. Hey, Matt.
Hello.
Matt,
So funny.
it is, you guys are going to go huge internationally off this. It is so clever. It is so funny. So the deal is, it's like an Ellen DeGeneres thing where they put an earpiece in each other's ears.
Yep.
4 of you guys do 3 challenges throughout an episode, and one might be like last night's is being a receptionist.
Yep.
And then you make them do stuff. Anyway, it seems quite simple. Dude, that is so funny. It's so clever. I watched the second episode and half of the third episode last night, and it was late, and I couldn't stop.
Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, pretty stoked. It's been like, I don't know, a very surreal thing, like growing up watching TV, and then finally yesterday to see us on TV, we're all like in the hotel watching together, jumping around.
Yeah.
It's been a very crazy couple of days, but yeah, stoked people are liking it, and yeah.
Oh, it's good.
We need to ask right now, though, Falcon, are the others telling you what to say, or is this just you being genuine? 'Cause I mean, we saw that project interview, which was an absolute,
Yeah, no, luckily I'm off the hook. If I had an earpiece, then I'd chuck it out.
Okay,
Sorry, I'm looking after you guys.
Thanks, man.
Well, Falcon, obviously with everybody saying how great the show was last night, and Nathan will be critical when the time's right, but he's absolutely loved it, right? So you're living this life where you've got this show now. We've seen you over in Europe just recently. We've heard from our mate Adam Gilchrist, who saw you over there.
Yeah, Gilly. Yeah, we had a good couple of nights with Gilly. It was classic.
Daniel Ricciardo as well, recently as well.
Yeah, so we went over and watched his first race back. Loves Danny.
Yeah, and you did a video with him. So do you look at yourself and go, how the hell did this happen?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I seriously can't even process what's going on. It's every day we still try and, we try and come to terms with it, but it still doesn't really feel real. Yeah, we're just literally living the dream at the moment. Last couple of years have just been a whirlwind. So stoked.
I want to know, because this is a huge pinch yourself moment for you boys.
Talking to us.
TV show.
No.
But I want to know right back when you were first starting, right, and you're starting to get some traction. What was the first pinch yourself moment that you guys have? And
they kind of happen every day, but one of the biggest pinch ourselves, I think when 60 Minutes reached out to us to do this, and that was like, I grew up watching that show. That was nuts. But then I guess meeting Margot Robbie and stuff, that kind of blows your mind because, you've watched her for years as well.
Yeah. But don't you think, though, 60 Minutes, you should have done that story and they should have made you film it in Baghdad.
Yes. Really adds to it. What about, the first time a celebrity sort of, reposted or commented on one of your videos?
Yeah. No, well, we found out that someone said that Jennifer Aniston follows us, and that kind of blew us away.
Cool.
What the fuck? And then Jack kind of had a crush on her, for years. He loved Friends, and then when we went over to America, we actually we slid into a DM to try and catch up for a coffee or to get in a video, but she just laugh emojied at us. So
I like that she thought the idea of it was an absolute joke.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing if she's laughing, but yeah, maybe next time we're over there we can link up with us.
Hey, Falcon, do you remember the first time where someone offered you money to do a video?
Yeah. I remember, so I think when our manager reached out to us, we went and had a meeting with her. Mm-hmm. And this is when we had maybe under 10,000 followers. And we caught up, and then we didn't even know we could make money on Instagram at all. And we caught up with her, and she's like, hey, I think we have this job for you guys. It'll be around 5. And I was like, what, $500? And then she goes, no, grand. And I was like, what? And I was like, I was losing my crap. And then Jack was hitting me under the table, and we walked away from the meeting. Goes, you idiot, you just blew it. Now she's going to pay us way less. And I was like, oh my God, this is insane.
Oh, hey, last night's episode ends in the punishment being given to Jack.
Yes.
And then
you can't refuse the punishment.
Yeah, and then so for everyone that didn't see it, you've got to go stream it. But Jack has to go to a wedding. Yep. And the bride and groom know what's going on. None of the guests do. And it's the most heartfelt wedding. It's so beautiful. The father's giving an amazing speech to the bride. And then Jack is handed the speech and has to read this in front of everyone. Can we speak to Jack? Because I need to know how he is mentally after that, please.
Yeah, I'll put him on.
Thanks.
He's not mentally okay, but
I know that.
Not because of that. Thanks, Falcon.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Matt.
How you going, Jack?
Jack.
Yeah, I haven't left the wings, but I'm fine.
Dude, let us know the realities of giving that speech at that wedding, because that was one of the most mortifying and brilliant things I've ever seen in my life.
Cringeworthy.
Oh, mate, it's not even funny, is it? It's just so freaking hard to watch. It's just, so what they didn't show before, there was a guide-order speech, and the only people that knew about this whole thing was the bride and groom. Not one other of the 200 people had a clue.
Yep.
And this guy, right before I was going on, he was doing a speech and he started talking about a family member that passed away, and everyone was crying their eyes out.
Oh, Jack.
And they had to cut it for the show, and everyone was crying. And I was saying to the boys, I'm like, I'm not going on. There's no chance I'm going. And then the MC's like, all right, now an old lost long friend of Chris's, Jack. And I'm like, oh, this is not good. And then,
Hey, Sean, so then he gets on there, right? So then he starts and goes, I'm just letting everyone know I didn't want to come to this wedding because I don't like any of his friends. And then calls them dicks. What part of the speech was the most for you to do? Because you went, and can you say the part of the speech? Like, what was the most confronting?
I mean, the groomsman one was pretty bad, and what I also had to, after they didn't put it in the edit, but I said, he's a groomsman and a bunch of dicks. And then I turned around and they're like, all right, now look him in the eyes and scull his beer.
Oh, Jack.
That's really funny.
Oh, shit. Traumatizing.
But then, can you repeat some of the stuff you're saying about what the husband should expect from the bride in that speech?
Oh, yeah. So it's like, so the boys wrote this speech for me as well, just so this wasn't me, all right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was that Liam and Dom are their names, if you want to look at them?
Oh, no, don't worry. We know what Liam and Dom done. Yeah.
So they so I was like, oh, yeah, so, you know, we want, what did I say? Like, you want to keep the domestic duties in check. Make sure you do the dishes for Chris and make sure you fold his clothes. And then I was like, no one likes to see our woman. And the whole crowd was just saying, oh.
They were turning
People were saying, like, get him off stage and stuff.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
People were screaming at him.
Jack, at what point were the crowd let in on what was happening? Or did they never find out? What was the story there?
No, so everyone wants to know about the reveal. So it's like, but I don't think we're ever going to show it because it's so awkward.
Oh, no.
I finished the speech and then, you know, I just walked off and in dead silence. Like, everyone was just in shock, like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And I ran and hid in the kitchen where all the chefs were. By myself.
Hiding behind a crockenbush.
I was in the corner and I was saying to my microphone and I was going, help me now.
They're coming for me.
I need evacuation from the kitchen.
Yeah. But then after we told them, after it all settled, after 10, 15 minutes, they were loving it. They were laughing, getting photos of it.
Oh, Jack, that is great. Hey, we were just talking about all these amazing things that's happened in your life. We didn't mention that having a beer, your own beer, to walk into a pub and seeing that on tap. Is that just off the charts to you?
It's insane. It's crazy. Like, it's, you know, lifelong. It's every kid's dream to have a beer company. Like,
since utero.
We're very good testers for the product. So we're like, yeah, it sounds good, and then just did it. And we didn't think it was going to blow up. You know, like, we didn't think it was going to become what it had. We honestly. We were going to go around with a business card and buy cases to try and help get the sales up.
Yeah.
That's how rattled we were.
But now your life is going to be forever. You guys are bringing the beer.
Yeah.
You can't own a beer company and not bring the beer.
Oh, that's a good question. How much do you get delivered?
So our neighbour Cal is our best mate. He works with Better Beer as well, and he just gets a pallet dropped off to his garage. I think every like month or two, and it's like that's like 70 cases or something.
Yeah, a pallet.
We go through them. Yeah.
Okay, well, the
then.
show's brilliant. Everyone's got to check it out.
Yeah.
It's streaming. Every episode now is on Paramount
And
Plus.
Wednesdays at 8:30 on Channel 10 and 10 Play as well.
So we've had a really great time chatting to you, Jack. Thank Falcon for us. I think next we're going to have to speak to you guys again as the series goes on, and we need to speak to Liam and Dom next because those two are funny bastards.
No, I heard what they wrote in that speech. I don't think anybody should talk to them.
Thank you so much,
Thanks, Jack.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.